The following program is a production of Naleo TV.
When you want a great meal, local style, turn on the Leo and sit a while. Watch and listen, then you'll know just how to do it on Audrey Wilson's cooking show.
Welcome to the Audrey Wilson Cooking Show. Today I have my buddy again. Thank you for joining me, Lisa.
Always my pleasure.
And it's kind of a happy, sad thing for us. You lost your mother-in-law.
Yes.
And she was a wonderful Chinese cook. And I just lost my Hanai mom, who was also a wonderful cook. So kind of in tribute to them, we're going to cook some Chinese food today, okay? And one of the things that was her favorite, every time I took her out to eat or anything, she always wanted to eat Chow Fun. So we're gonna make Chow Fun, and she was really proud of her sweet sour spare ribs. So I'm going to first prep the, you can do Chow Fun vegetarian, or you can do pork or chicken. I'm gonna do chicken, so I got a half a pound of chicken, and I'm going to marinate it in some ginger, and half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. So, and if you're a real purist Chinese, I guess the Chinese have their own soy sauce, right?
They do.
Yeah.
They use, well, my mother-in-law uses the sweet soy sauce.
For a lot of her cooking?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Indonesian style. They're Chinese from Indonesia.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Well, you added sugar to this, so maybe that's the substitute.
Oh, right. Okay, so we did the ginger, shoyu, salt, and sugar. We're going to leave that for 15 minutes. And while this is marinating, I'll put this on the side. I want to talk about the spare ribs, because the spare ribs are, I needed to cook it ahead because it needs to cook for an hour. Okay, but this is the trick. This is my favorite recipe. And the trick is you need to marinate the ribs overnight. And I'll tell you what it is in. I marinated in, and I make sure I get it right. So it's 3 pounds of lean pork spare ribs. And sometimes if you want it lean, I'll buy a piece of pork and I'll just cut it up into cubes. So it's boneless, so it has some meatiness in it and not only all bone. And I marinated overnight in half a cup of shoyu, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and 1/3 cup of cornstarch. So the cornstarch softens it, and then the shoyu and the sugar, it just adds flavor to it. So then the next day, so it's a really good thing for if you're going to have a party, you can cook it the day before. You put it in a pot and you kind of cook it for a little while. This is the trick. And then all of that, you know, the cornstarch is all going to get stuck, right? Stop it. And stop it, and turn it off. And then a really, really good, like Teflon pan, a frying pan, you fry each of the, a whole batch of the spare ribs brown in here. Because it's not going to brown in the pot because it has so much cornstarch. You know, it has 1/3 of a cup of cornstarch. So it's going to get stuck to the bottom. But you need that cornstarch for the thickener.
To thicken it.
It'll brown and it'll make a thickening. You can see what's happened there. So I fried the spare ribs separately in a frying pan that is a non-stick. I put it back in there, and then I added, then I added ginger and garlic, 1 tablespoon each of ginger and garlic, a mince. Then I add 1 cup of, and I use rice vinegar. I like a milder one. I don't want the thing to, really. So 1 cup of rice vinegar, 1.5 cups of water, 1.5 cups of brown sugar, and I cooked it for an hour. So you see what's happening here. It's boiling, and you can mix it because you don't want it to burn on the bottom.
Okay.
But you see how thick it is? I didn't add anything else because it's from the cornstarch that's there. Okay. So we're at the stage now where we have cooked it. Is it tender yet, or do we need it to cook it more?
It's pretty tender.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay, so what I've got is, I got 1 daikon, about this size, and about, this is 2 carrots, okay? So let me wash my hand. I salted it. What I wanted to do is extract as much water out of this. So you see all this water here?
And the water comes out from the vegetables
It,
and the
it
salt.
comes out because you salt it.
You salt it. Okay.
And then I'll just squeeze it out. See all that? And then I'm going to put it in here. So you got to mix it for me.
Okay. Ooh, I do not know about salting your vegetables.
It's just to extract. You don't want to dilute the flavors of the spare ribs.
Mhm.
So you want to make sure that you pull out all the water from the vegetables that you put in.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And so I'm going to put it in. And I like to cook this. Some people will just put it underneath a bed of on the platter and just serve the spare ribs on top. But I like it cooked a little. I don't like it raw. So, because we're almost going to turn it off. So about 10-15 minutes before you turn it off, you just cook all this. But you see how much water got extracted from the vegetables?
That's a lot.
It is. So you want is, so this is how much water, and if you can see it right there, it's a lot of water that you don't want to put in the dish itself. And equal amounts, so you kind of see, okay, I first cut the daikon, and then I cut the carrots, and I think, okay, I have equal amounts of daikon.
It looks good.
Is that about right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm gonna leave this here. We'll just, you keep mixing that, and then we'll, we pretty much have that ready. And just before we serve, then we're going to add some pineapple chunks, okay?
Okay.
But you don't want the pineapples to cook too much.
No.
So you just add it just before we're ready to eat, so it's still fresh. But I'll add that.
Drain the juice.
I'll drain it. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want. That is where I want it, the flavors.
Okay.
So add anything else is gonna dilute it, right?
Right, right.
I don't want it. I want it there, at that point.
Cool.
But it's
good.
pretty, isn't it? And if we had rice, it would be perfect. But I forgot the rice. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make the Chow Fun. And we have our wok here, side.
So you have it on high heat.
Yeah. You can see the spare ribs are an easy recipe. It's just it's a matter of time that you need the time. And then, like I said, this is a funny story. It used to be Neil, my son who lives in Germany, his favorite dish. And so the last time he visited, I went through the trouble. The day before he came, I made for him this. And then he comes home and he goes, "Oh, Mom, I didn't tell you, I'm a vegan now."
Oh. So he picked out all the vegetables. The
Yeah,
daikon.
yeah, so he did.
Nothing else.
I know,
That's
but
so good.
he's and he kind of got me converted to be a little bit of a vegan, but I can't. It's hard. But just eating more vegetables, and he said he feels better, he's healthier, and all of that. And he's in his 40s, and he worries about stuff like that, which they never worried about when they were in their 20s and
Right,
30s,
right.
All of a sudden, in their 40s, they worry about it. Okay, this is getting hot, and I don't know why the water doesn't evaporate. Okay, let me wait for that. I'm gonna get a spatula. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil to just.
What are you going to fry first? Chicken.
I'm gonna fry the chicken first. Let that cook. And I'm gonna cook all of the vegetables. So, can you
Spread
kind of spread that around so it won't stick. So here's the marinated chicken. It doesn't have the cornstarch, so it shouldn't get stuck. You can mix that. And then I'm going to get all of my vegetables. Get my vegetables out. I have string beans,
That smells so good. The ginger.
the mung beans. I got some celery, green onion, green beans, green onions, and cilantro, and some Chinese cabbage. I like my chow fun with a lot of vegetables. I don't like the ones that just have smidging of vegetables. I like it full of vegetables.
So do I.
You do too.
A lot of the Chinese dishes that I've had, even the Indonesian Chinese,
Yeah.
a lot of vegetables, always vegetables. Chicken is very common,
Yeah.
and
Do they eat? They don't eat pork, right?
I haven't seen.
You know,
The
because
pork.
in a lot of like in Indonesia, you have a lot of Muslims, and they don't eat pork. So you wouldn't serve pork because you don't want to offend them.
Right. I think you're absolutely right.
So usually what you do is when you stir fry, you cook the ones that take the longest to cook. So I would say
Carrots.
the carrots and then the beans.
Okay.
So
And the chicken looks fairly cooked.
it'll cook more. I cook let's put plenty.
Yes.
Is that-
This will shrink.
You want me to put all?
Sure.
Ah,
I don't see
why
why
not? Okay, we'll have a beautiful chow fun. And for my mom, Doro, she would if she made her own chow fun, she would go to the noodle factory in Chinatown in
Oh, yeah.
Honolulu
Yeah.
and pick it up. But unfortunately, we don't have that pleasure. And so the only chow fun that is available is the dried ones. It's the Aloha brand, I think. And I really don't care for it too much. So I noticed in town, if you order chow fun, a lot of places, they'll use the Vietnamese rice noodle. And it comes out real beautifully, and it is a good substitute for the chow fun noodles. So that's what I'm going to use. So now,
I use this one.
yeah, okay. Or you could do this.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Hey, this is
Okay,
good.
tell me when you're ready for the next thing, which would probably be the green beans.
Green beans. I think by the time this sits in here, we can throw in the green beans.
You ready?
I think so.
Okay. So the beans, I just cut it in.
Beautiful. This from your garden?
No, I had to. Fortunately, I was at the market and I could pick the beans I wanted. And some of them were not that, I can see some of them, but so I was there picking one bean at a time, trying to pick the best beans.
I grew up in a farm,
So you could go home and just pick, yeah.
I would pick
That's a
beans.
mess.
That's one of my
And this is whatever's growing is your
Oh.
dinner, right?
yeah.
And that is a cool way to live. I love
green
that.
beans.
I love that. You know what? I'm gonna throw in the celery now. Just one stalk of celery.
Oh, this looks beautiful.
Okay, so we got that going. Yeah, it is. We don't need the noodles. We got to stir fry. 'Cause we gotta add all of this.
We
We're
would
gonna
use
have a
this.
big enough. And what I did is, it asked for Chinese cabbage, so I separated them from the soft leaves and the hard leaves. So I'm gonna put the hard
leaves
the
Yeah.
harder part first.
Yeah, you don't waste any part of the cabbage.
Not
except
that,
the
but
core.
this will cook faster.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So I want to be able to cook this. So this will take a little longer to cook.
Was this a whole cabbage?
No, maybe 6 leaves.
Oh, a lot.
The recipe calls for like I think it's 2 cups.
I see.
Yeah.
This is cooking nicely.
Okay, we got a beautiful start of a nice. There's a story about the rice noodles, which are the actually they're Vietnamese, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I used to, when I was working, I used to go to a restaurant in Kona, one of my accounts in Kona, and it was called Oodles of Noodles. I don't know if you remember that.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Okay, in a huge 5-gallon bucket, she would have all of these noodles soaking in water. So when she needed it, she could just grab it. So I soaked this in water. And that's all you need to do with these rice noodles. Like if you had chow fun, the dry package, you'd have to boil it first. But this one, you're just gonna put it in, and when the vegetables are ready. Okay, you tell me when you think your vegetables, and then I'm gonna put you this and this shit. See, we got a lot of vegetables. Maybe you can make half at a time. Have enough room? I'm gonna put this in.
Yeah, half. Because, yeah, I think you have a lot of greens and
Yeah, we might have
cabbage.
because I don't have a big enough wok.
You're gonna put all of it or half?
Put it all, and then we'll divide it up and take it off later. Okay,
I see.
and then because we gotta make it equal, right? Actually, you would. It all breaks down anyway when you cook it, so it doesn't. It seems like a lot.
I think it's gonna go down.
And the last thing is you want to add the bean sprouts. Let me see how much you need. You tell me when.
We will eat this. Your sons will eat this.
Yeah. Oh, Quinty. I mean, Neil.
Neil.
Yeah, the chicken butt.
Pick it out.
like what? Naked vegetarian.
Oops, I'm making a mess.
That's okay.
I'm trying to put it under.
So the dish you made last night was the one with the coconut milk.
Coconut milk. So I did chicken. Use a cumin and turmeric.
So you're
As
very,
my
in
seasoning.
Indonesia, you're very influenced by, it sounds like Indian food.
Indian,
Yeah.
Singaporean, yes,
A
Malaysian.
lot of Indians, okay,
Yeah, because they use a lot of curry,
curry.
a lot of.
When you say turmeric, cumin, and stuff, spices like that, and then it, I automatically think that you're Indian because it's the basis of making like their curry and stuff like that. Is it going down? So we might be able to. What do you think? Put more.
I think you could put more.
I'm gonna put it all. I washed it and I put a paper towel, so I want to make sure I don't give you the paper towel. There you go.
We don't want paper towels in our food.
No. So if you feel this, it's kind of soft, yeah, and pliable, so it's ready to be put in a dish.
So we're
Now,
gonna split this, right? I think so. 'cause-
thinking, what do you think?
I think so too. If we're gonna add them.
Thinking. Wonder how much more it'll go down. It's gonna be hard for the mixing, yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Do you cut your noodles or? there's-
No, I don't. I just leave it. But you know what? I want to season this first.
This.
So
Then you can throw the noodles in because the noodles can go less.
So
That
I
makes
need
sense.
1/4 of a cup of chicken broth. Let's see if that's enough.
Nice.
Okay. And if I need more, I can put more. And then I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper.
This is boiling. Is that okay?
Yeah, I need to just mix
Turn it down.
No, I need to just mix it so it doesn't
Oh.
burn. Okay, I am going to turn this off. You know what? There it is. And then at this point with the spare rib, I'm going to add the, because I turned it off, I'm going to add the pineapple chunks. And I'll drain the juice out. And because it's a double recipe, I'm gonna use the whole pan. Put that in and let that heat up, and it's ready. So you got this beautiful spare ribs now. Okay, it's ready to go. Now let me get you a pot. Can you wait? Let me. Oh, that one's hot. Excuse.
What's that for?
If you want to put it later, but let me season this first. Okay, I need oyster sauce, and we can add more. And that's a half a teaspoon, and some shoyu.
It's good.
So if we need more, we'll play it by ear. And then I need the Chinese wine, the Chow Fun. But if it's not available, you can use dry sherry. So I did put dry sherry in there. So I just got this dry sherry here that I put in. I think I put
It's always essential to have.
the dry sherry. Yeah. In Chinese cooking, it's used a lot. Okay, I am looking at it, and it is looking like it might need a little bit. And we play it by ear.
Okay.
I'm putting
Finish
more
shrinking.
oyster sauce, a little bit more. Remember, a recipe is a suggestion. So if you feel like you need more flavor, here's more chicken broth. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. I just want it. I'm looking at color, and I want it a little bit darker. So
It's good.
okay, that's good. You know what, Lisa? I'm going to try to put the. I'm
think
gonna
we
make
can
your
get-
life hard, but
No, I think the noodles can go.
go in, right?
Yeah. Well,
We don't
we'll
need
make
to
it.
Make it work.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna make it work.
we'll clean the mess later. Don't worry about it, okay? We're like, we'll do it. Okay. What I want is all that liquid to be absorbed by the noodles, which
By the
it
noodles.
will happen. So I have enough to feed the crew. So, do you wanna do this?
Oh yeah.
Can I add more?
Wait. Add it in there, right there, in that sauce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How much more can you handle? That's about it, yeah? What do you
Actually,
think? You can,
right
you
there,
can add
there,
more?
yeah.
Okay.
You may as well put it all in. We'll make it work.
Okay, make it work.
Because you said the noodles will absorb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will absorb all the liquid. And then we can flavor, we can take a test it. If we need more flavor, you can always add more oyster sauce or shoyu or whatever. And then my when she ate the Chow Fun, she always liked to add sriracha.
Of course.
Yeah, to make it hot. A little
Yeah.
bit hot. It came out.
So John's family
Yeah.
favorite pepper spice
Yeah.
is sambal olak.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sambal
Indo-
olak. Yeah.
yeah,
Indonesian.
Indonesian. Now, is that similar to sriracha?
A little bit, but not as sweet. More garlicky, more roasted, more. It's just good in the soups.
Okay, and then we are going to finish it off with some green onions. But is it ready? Are the noodles cooked?
The noodles look like they're cooking. There's still a lot of.
Look, I have the apron, and you're the one who needs it.
Oh, why I'm being so careful. There's still a lot of
Yeah, let it
absorb.
looks good. But sometimes if you go to certain restaurants in town, the noodles are really dark. In other words, they put so much either oyster sauce or some other dark soy sauce that the noodles are brown.
It's the sauce.
Yeah, and I don't really like it like that. I like it kind of a clean looking flavor. Look, I see how it tastes though. But if you're gonna put sriracha or something else anyway, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know? We'll taste it to see if it needs more flavor. But from here, then you can still put more oyster sauce and show you if you feel you need more taste.
You could put it on the table side. People can do it
Yeah,
themselves,
yeah,
right? This looks good, actually.
Is this fine?
Yeah.
Okay, let's turn it off then. Okay,
Yeah,
and let it
water is
finish on residual heat, okay?
Okay. You can
So-
put that in.
Now we're gonna put the green onions and that'll add more color. But we got a beautiful dish here.
But green onions, it's not only the aroma, it does give it some
It
kind
does
of nice
taste good.
flavor.
So it's this to add
All of it. Since we're adding all of
yeah,
it.
what the heck? Just add it all.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with it? I don't want to throw it away.
Wait.
So we'll just add it all.
Smell? See?
It smells good.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll throw this water away. So it's so easy to cook with the
Soap noodles.
rice noodles instead of the Chow Fun noodles because you just soak it in water and just put it in. I like cooking with that. And then you can top it. We're gonna top it with cilantro after that. So I'm gonna just I washed this already. I'm just gonna clip it. Well, this is a good way to pay tribute to our mothers.
Yes.
We're good cooks. And celebrate their life by having good food.
So Mama Dora was 101.
101, yeah.
My mother-in-law was 91.
Good life. Long life. And no matter how old they are, you know, and people say, oh, they lived a good life. It's still hard to have them go.
It is.
And I keep thinking, oh my God, and it's interesting in my calendar. I was looking at my calendar, and I have to take her to the doctor next week, and all of that. You know, oh my gosh, I have to do so much for her, and she's not here to do for anymore.
Hard to lose your mom.
It's hard, yeah.
I lost my mom 2 years ago.
Oh, that's right. Was your mom a good cook too?
She's a wonderful cook.
Yeah, that's
Now I have to cook. Remember we did that
yeah.
my culture dish
Yeah, yeah.
several years ago?
Right, right. One day you're gonna have to do that again. Okay, let me put this away. Now
Ready
let's
to
get.
throw that in?
Yeah. If you want to do you want me to chop it? No, just
What do you think?
break it up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. To all those people who don't like cilantro, so too bad.
More for me. No.
That's a finish of the dish, and we're done. We're gonna clean up really quickly, and then we'll get ready to taste this. Okay, Lisa?
Yes.
Okay, let's try this food. But Lisa, before you try it, I want you to know that this is a set of dishes that Mom Dora gave me. This is the green set, and her daughter got the blue set, and her son got the yellow set.
Oh.
So there are 3 sets. So this
Beautiful.
is Mom Dora's dishes. But let's try her favorite food, her sweet sour spare ribs and chow mein. Okay. Chow Fun. And with some sriracha on the side, it'd be perfect. But try the spare ribs. Do you like spare ribs?
I do.
The flavors are in because you marinated overnight.
Mm-hmm.
So it's totally flavorful. Isn't that good?
It's so good.
I know. This is my favorite recipe for spare ribs.
Thanks for making my plate bigger than yours.
I know what I can eat. Was that great?
It's awesome.
So tribute to all the mothers
Yes.
who passed and who are around, the good cooks of our good, all that cook good food for us.
Mhm.
And thank you for watching the Audrey Wilson Show. Until next time, aloha.
The preceding program was a production of Naleo TV.